Let's go for the Sunfall into Make Disappear. I think that should be the best. We can also ensure that it goes through in case he plays Negotiations counter. It's so rare, I never remember the name. Cool. Wow. So good at Magic. You want to attack, bro? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today the deck that you will absolutely like, because it seems that aggro is just scooping to this left and right, man. They cannot handle this deck, they absolutely hate it, and it means that we like it, and it makes us warm and fuzzy. And man, you will see some funny, hilarious games and some Sloth commentary on Monored if you enjoy this kind of stuff. We have a lot of removal with Smite starting from turn 1, which basically answers everything Monored plays. We also have triple Fateful Absence, so even though we lose card advantage at some point in the game that we can recoup with Memory Deluge and other cards, you still have very good tempo play that basically kills everything, so it really helps early game. And you have things like Farmhand and Make Disappear to slow them down basically. With Restoration of Eiganjo and Celestus, this is our mid-game punch and the idea for the deck. Both of the cards ramp you. This is kinda a ramp control. If you go for Restoration of Eiganjo, you can discard a land and get an extra one. With Celestus, like you know how much you can do. And all of this is basically in order to play either a Sunfall earlier, in case of Celestus because it's untapped, or in case of Celestus and Eiganjo for a Sanctuary Warden or Farewell. Mostly Sanctuary Warden because this is the big distinguishment of this deck compared to the other controls. We actually want to have a compact game that we survive until turn 6 or 5, but after this we actually play something that they cannot handle because our cards are stronger, better, faster, and they basically cannot answer this card. And Sanctuary Warden is in incredible value, especially against black and red decks. This can absorb so many cards and so much damage that they simply cannot answer it. We also play triple Mirrex against control matchups. So guys, if you enjoy this kind of content and decks, don't forget to subscribe. Shows me your support for, you know, this kind of video, and I honestly really enjoyed it. I think it's a cool control deck. I really enjoyed playing it. It's just a good old control, and instead of going infinite grind with like usual no wincons decks, with Sanctuary Warden you can absolutely close the game so quickly that you don't need to answer everything. You just need to answer, you know, most of it, and that's real beauty of the deck, I think. So enjoy the games, enjoy the action, and enjoy Monored being melted. Have fun, guys. Let's go with the Smite first. So it will be the Wastes, probably Mirrex then. Oh, we will hit an actual matchup, guys. One of the downsides of playing... Moment. I still will go for the farmhand. We don't super need the lands, but I want it in the board, especially if they cannot flip it. There is a chance they don't flip it, right? Man, this suspense is killing. Oh, yes! They had two options, so it took a while. Alright, Delver of Secrets. Alright, this will be interesting. Let's go for non-Painland. I mean, an awkward situation. Oh boy, I think they will flip both right now. We are lucky. On this turn, it honestly should happen. They have so much stuff. They're not attacking though. Yeah, I think we go for Celestus. That might help us a little bit. Alright, flip it. You deserve it. At this point he should really flip it. So we will try to kill one of them. Maybe he protects it. I think it's worth it. Man, what's taking so long? Like, it's easy. If you have instant here written, you press OK and reveal. Alright, so Impulse main phase. Probably for a land, right? I would guess. Let's see if they will try to protect it. If they do, that's one of the cards gone. And yeah, they missed 3 damage. They will get it back in the next 3 turns, but we will die before it. A counter spell. So there, that's interesting. So they are showing that they have a protection spell. We're at 12. We probably will go into the nighttime. I have decent mana. Bro, I mean... I will attack for 1, alright? That's my game plan right now. We know we cannot go for it, unfortunately. And I also want to flip as soon as possible. That gives me a chance to overwhelm them. I don't think we are winning this game, but there might be a chance. That's funny. I actually don't want them to use it now. That's the worst play you could ever go for. Man, numbers Mythic, like really disappointing. This is not something you should ever do. He tapped mana, he wasted a protection spell, for what? 1/1 literally doesn't matter. He wanted the Scry, but it's not worth tapping 1/4 of your mana, man. So he played 1 spell already. If he plays anything else, we are getting the day-night cycle again. And he probably will, right? I'm not going for the Jin because I actually don't want him being protected. Because the phase-out creature won't get hit by a Sunfall. Alright. Farmhand is not needed anymore. We have Eiganjo if we need it. Those are some decent cards, man. This is a strong card for the matchup, but I still think we should play it. Bro. Mono blue players, it's so rare to find a good player, man. I will activate it. It's not the best plan ever, but I need to go with it. Like, it creates threat much faster and much bigger. Like, this can attack for 3-4 times. Alright, terror. We can absolutely exile all of this. He's down to 1 card, man. We can also go for the graveyards. I definitely play a land. I honestly think we do it like this and we make a token. What is the other choice? Going Memory Deluge and trying to use Emperor Loyalty.
How we greet our enemies.
We don't want to attack yet. Alright, that's a risky choice. I think it might work. I will draw a card. I know I want to use it. Do I want to use it now? Yep. I think so. Fading Hope will kill us, so you know what? Let's do it after he draws. If he has something at the end step, I'm fine with it. If he doesn't attack Emperor with something, we get a creature back basically. And that's correct attack. We'll go like this. But it means he doesn't get anything out of this whole attack. He thinks he's getting something, but he's not. Let's see if he hit a counter spell. I know I'm playing a bit risky, but it's fine. That's a good Sunfall. That's a lot of Mirrex. So, what is the difference between the Sunfall? 4 mana, we will tap differently, of course. 4 mana is a lot. So, I think it's a Sunfall. Even though the Farewell gets rid of the terrors. But we have time for it. And this is the tap. We have Negate, so even if he could have a counter spell, we would get this. And I mean, if we double spell, we get cycling again even. I think Mirrex is enough. Negate is extremely important. I really don't want to tap fully. I like having some control over what's going on, you know? Jin. Cool. With Negate we can be a bit more brave than usually. Yeah, pretty decent. Pretty decent. I will take another Negate. I mean, he has limited amount of Jins in the deck. And he doesn't have too many counters, because this is a good round, it will be useful. Let's start slowly, but surely, chipping away. And with double negate, I think we can force anything we want. His only chance, like we are not activating, flow of knowledge is how he can get back into the game. So we need to be aware of it. He needs 7 mana to protect it, unless he plays Spell Pierce, that's 6 mana. So we need to be aware of this, because I want to tap a lot of Mirrex at the end step, but not all of them. And he's out. Oh boy, mono blue players. I'm sure, like, if we reverse, I think we could win this game. But sure, I'll take it. Yes, man, those are the cards I want to see. I just need one more land. Let's try it. We're on the place, so we might get mana screwed, but we have one Fateful Absence, which, like, the cost will come much later, right? When they draw the card, but it's usually, like, way later. Here we go, keeping 2 landers for ya. I wish I had, you know, blue mana in my 2-color deck. It's fine, but definitely not looking super hot right now. Let's see the attack. So I wanted to pass the priority because the correct choice is, like, so they are basically paying 2 damage for a full card. When I played soldiers, I always took cards in this situation, and I think that's a superior, like, game plan. However, oh my god. It's literally as bad as it gets, right? You have 4 tap lands, you will draw them on, you know, the only turn they, like, you need them. So can we win the game after this? Yes, the answer is we still can win the game, but we probably won't. Did they attack? I might be wrong. I thought that they had 3 untapped creatures, but doesn't seem like it. We definitely draw a card, man. Alright, that's a good one. You know what? They might be having a counter spell, but I will still get rid of Negate. It's probably a Cove turn, right? We could also just kill the officer. The Sunfall is fishy, isn't it? Alright, so I'm silent because I'm thinking. So Resolute Reinforcements at the end step into Harbin. It's 10 damage. But we can take it. They need to tap out, so they will draw a card and replay the board. And we need to start from there, right? We also live gain 1. I mean, we could make this appear.
Hope you're ready to lose.
Let's start with this one. I was fearing that he might have a counter spell, but okay, so it is Resolute Reinforcements, that's fine. They're drawing cards, sure, which means they didn't draw this one, so it's not a biggie. Alright, let's see. Right now we can start to interact with them. Our early game was absolutely abysmal, and they want to draw the card, right? We lose the Emperor, we have the Sunfall, but that will be a large token. And I mean, we're at 12. Normally we would ignore this board, but they play some kind of Lord and we are in some trouble. Let's go for the Sunfall in to make disappear. I think that should be the best. We can also ensure that it goes through in case he plays Negotiations counter. It's so rare, I never remember the name. And I mean, we can have a 6/6. And this is really good because Brutal Qatar normally is perfect against this. We need to slow the tempo. So they might play something strong, but before it attacks, we will go with Memory Deluge thing. We definitely take the card as well. That's a solid draw. You know, not perfect, but pretty decent. Right now we probably just need to go for what? Like more Sunfalls. So we are at 13, we have a lot of time, man. They cannot really attack us. This is not even a creature. And I will take a Plains from my deck. I still have some. Not too many because we overdraw planes so hard. But I mean, we have a lot of Sunfalls and he's in no position to kill us, man, so far. Man, he cannot even attack us right now because we have a 6-6. And bro, like, what's the plan here? Oh, I love the Sunfall token. Suddenly, they cannot even attack you. As long as you keep 2 mana open. They basically need to, yeah, as you can see, they don't know what to do. And we are not activating it because they have Brutal Qatar in the hand. Alright, Celestus is pretty bad. I think the farmhand is okay. I still think we have oh my god. Bro, chill out with the farmhands. Like, I like them, but at some point I don't need too many of them. We could switch into the nighttime and cycle one of them. We don't need planes for this turn. Yeah, I like this. Let's see if he draws cards or that's another Resolute Reinforcement. I think that's the third one, yeah. Sure. So Talia, as always, man, I like this music. For some reason it reminds me, like, you know, this Chrono Trigger festival music, something like this. I like it, I really like. Alright, so let's go like this. Danik, not relevant. Big, but not relevant. Alright, that's the real play. I mean, they hit for 10 only. Enjoy. Oh, I thought it's a daytime. Oh boy, they are so dead here. Like, we just take Sunfalls, man. I mean, there is a chance we miss it. See? Aggro decks just scoop without checking if you hit it. We didn't hit a sweeper in like 7 cards, or 8 cards actually, because of the tax, but we would still probably get Sanctuary Warden and go from there and still win the game. I mean, let's start with this one. No downside to it. Might be Dimir. Let's go for white mana, I guess. So against control, this hand is absolute garbage. Oh boy, I love the dice roll. Either your hand is perfect for the matchup, or it's absolutely useless fully. Hopefully he plays a lot of cards like this himself, because that's the only way you can survive the meta. So far we have 1 card that matters. Alright, I mean, I think he's doing it because he needs the colored mana. It's not really to hurt us. Let's go for the island, because we can take the planes with farmhands. Yeah, he balances his own mana. He decided that it's probably not super relevant for the matchup. We have a lot of Mirrex, so it is actually. But we need to see how it goes. Our draw is literally as bad as it gets. Man, like, we didn't draw a single card except make disappear this game. That makes a difference. Alright, so it's not looking great for us. We definitely don't have all the cards we needed. 1 Mirrex would absolutely change the whole gameplay. Fortunately, we both don't get what we need. Okay, that's the card that is relevant for the matchup. And we can defend it at the end step, so I think this draw won us the game. I'm not sure if we will win, but if we can, that's definitely one of the ways to go about it. If they dissipate, they won't counter at all. If they go make disappear, they need 2 of them, and that's really heavy investment. Bruh, please stop stealing my stuff. Like, if you want your Memory Deluge, pay it yourself. Yeah, it is a good game. It is a good game, and that's why, this is what I said, if one of the players hits Memory Deluge before the other one, he kinda won the game. Especially that we had mana advantage as well, so we could secure it. So yeah, alright, going first with... Yeah, this should be a good hand, man. Let's start with the Cove. Then we go into Make Disappear. Oh my god, it's you again? Are you still not bored with playing the same 3 cards? Alright, thank god, something interesting. So we will play definitely this one. What is this? It could be something scary. However, I think the faster we go with Eiganjo, the better. We also can enable better Make Disappears, we make our draws better, we ramp. And honestly, Urabrask Forge is something I fear for weird reason, like nobody plays it except me, but it really feels that that might be the card that punishes us on turn 3. If not, I don't think there should be much. Like, even if they play a creature, like, probably Eiganjo will be stronger anyway. And ramping with planes can be useful if we hit Warden from the top. And I was considering playing 4 of them, but I'm just scared that I will draw 3 Wardens in my opening hands every time. And with 3 you'll probably draw 1 until turn 6, so you know, it smooths out. You know, I will wait because maybe he's thinking. It's his main phase, right? So he actually has some choices, maybe, depending on what he plays. I have no idea what he plays. Boros sometimes is a control, which I really like. Or maybe he just had to go. Alright, playing land. So, you know what? I can respect it. I always respect every Circuit Mender player. Let's play the planes. And we try to ramp, slowly but surely. I wonder what was so hard about this decision. It's a good value for the moment. He sees no instant, which is a pretty big thing. However, now we have Restoration. And our board just got better than his. I mean, we'll just trade for the card. Mirrex, interesting. They definitely want to kill this. Are you serious, bro? Oh, I don't like it. That's exactly around make disappear, but it's okay. It's okay. It gives us a card and that's good for us. No Mirrex as well. Let's draw a card, see. We might hit Smite. Smite would be... I mean, not great. Oh boy. Even though we exile, it is spelled leaves the battlefield. So it will leave the battlefield, so he draws a card, which is a very good part of Mender. Assembler, sure. He really feels to be playing around make disappears. Or maybe not. So we have Sunfalls into make disappear, so we don't need to do anything. We actually like it, because finally we can use our big card. And we got 2 for 1, so in a way it's Memory Deluge just reversed. Oh, he waited for this moment, so that was what his deck was about. I wonder if that's a CGB build. I remember he did a deck like this long time ago, but I don't think it was like a Treasure and all this stuff. I think it was more control oriented. Alright, let's go another. Right guys, let's see this one. Man, I like playing control so much. It's crazy. When you see those counter spells, like your heart just goes warm and fuzzy, doesn't it? Not exactly the same for your opponent, but it's close. Oh my god, are you still here? It's great. Absolutely love it. Let's see if we miss a land drop and lose the game, or we will be able to play, at least pretend we are playing Magic. Because like this is not exactly why I queue into the ladder to have this experience. I'm still up for the dice roll idea. Like I can even make animation in my free time, man. Like I can commit to this. So what is the actual play that we are trying to make? That's hard choice. Is it Celestus or Eiganjo? This heals us, this doesn't. We can make a lot of interesting plays with this one. We cannot ramp with chapter 2. So I mean we get... Here we get a creature. If we play it now, there is a chance it is relevant during this game. Alright, that's the thing. You also can play... Bro, just play with fire. Bro, like, nobody will ever counter it at 19. Like, the fact that they are playing so sneakily around counter spells with the card that nobody normal would ever counter tells you a lot of, you know, how they play the game. Yes, crazy, you did it. Woo! The peak of Magic was created on that day. They will hit our face and they will see if that's enough to win the game. That's crazy. Alright. So we are not discarding anything, there's no land in the graveyard, so not the best case for us, but we will try to go with it. We need one land from the top. We have both negate and make disappear. So while we cannot influence the board, I mean we can try to do something, right? Definitely not what we wanted, but what can you do, bro? What can you do? And as you can see, the Eiganjo will flip. Now they know we have make disappear. Smite. Alright, so we missed the stuff that we needed. However, thanks to our decision from before, we actually are in this game still. Memory Deluge will be something we probably get rid of. Definitely take. Fateful Absence is really good against Feldon, right? Like, it's not the matchup where you can afford to waste any moment. And even if we win this, it's just such a lame stuff, man. Cool. Wow. So good at Magic. You want to attack, bro? Probably with Feldon on me, right? Just do it. Oh my god, they're playing so horribly. Oh my god, they have no idea what to do. It's hilarious, man. Destroy effect, no cards for ya. And yeah, okay, that's fine, that's fine. The worst land that we have in the deck for this particular turn. Easy. However, we still get the life gain, so you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. If we switch, if we hit a land, that's fine. If we don't, that's bad. I will definitely attack. This way I get stuck. See, that was the difference between playing Restoration and Celestus. We wouldn't have it right now if we went for Celestus, so I'm pretty happy with the ordering. Do we go for the daytime, man? All it prevents is counter spell. That we can cycle, I guess? Aww. Man, Mono Red players is a word of like... Man, they need Street Fighter, not Magic. And respect to Street Fighter, alright? It's just a different game. Alright, so what do we do? If we switch with Celestus, we still have the Smite on the Kumano. Life gain is really important, man. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I like Mirrex. And double trigger is pretty insane, man. Our mono-red friends having like basically a one-sided drama on the other, like it's similar to a meltdown. They don't know what's going on. They probably rage quit because your like opponent actually was trying to think during the game, and they cannot stand it, man. They play this deck so nobody has to think, right? That's the whole idea. They play cards and nobody playing the game cares. It's just I draw my cards, you draw my cards, we play both of them and we see who had better. Like top 1500 players in the world right now. You could think that they actually want to play Magic, but no. Mono-red in the nutshell. Man, I will never like lack commentary on this deck because they just keep providing content. Have you ever seen like other player of like mono black doing this stuff? No, they actually enjoy playing Magic. And moment there is 30 seconds of inaction, they just melt fully, man. It's the best wincon against their deck. So what do we do? I think it's a Sunfall. You could nearly forget that you are playing the turn. Guys, they actually rage quit. Let's tap Mirrex for colorless mana, because why not? And let's go with this one. They want to just hit the win in 3 minutes or less. Like, they don't care about playing this game at all. They need their win or loss in 3 minutes. That's the only thing they care about. Like, finish the game as soon as it is started. I cannot imagine playing this deck for longer than like half a day, man. Like, man, when I wanted to check like what the deck performs and I actually played it, like it was the most like mind-dumbing experience of my life. Like, I honestly couldn't stand playing this deck. It's just so silly. Why are like there was always a question, why am I here? I'm not relevant to the deck, I'm not relevant to win rate, like why am I here? And just for the record, guys, if you are really like a tournament player, right? you actually, like, the deck can be hard to play because one different decision might change this one damage. But as you can see, our opponent is not even trying to make good decisions, he's just playing random stuff and trying to hit Mythic. But, you know, in a serious tournament play, it's actually not easy to play aggro to like 100% potential. You honestly need to remember all the numbers in the cards and all the stats, because one top deck can matter. And if you are hitting like one card at 2% and second card at 2.5%, if you make the right choice, you increase the win rate by like 0.5%. And top tournament players will do this math, and they are actually really good at playing the deck. The point is that if you don't do this, all you lose is like 0.5% win rate, and that's what we see in front of us. Oh my god, they actually went for the full rage quit, and you know what? They deserve the mic, because they thought that they're wasting my time, but in reality they are providing content, and I honestly have so much love of mono players like this. Like, bro, you do realize that you don't need to play Magic if you don't like it.